watching NewsX. I'm Rishabh Gulati. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost halfway, in fact, well past the halfway mark, and with phase 4 concluding, we'll be on the downhill slope of the battle royale of 2024 being concluded. Yes, it is for everyone's thought process. How's it going as the battles change from geography to geography, from location to location, and now it's battleground, the national capital. So here's what is shaping up. Ladies and gentlemen, the one lynch point is who is going to be PM. Now you've heard the BJP repeatedly say, Bari Bari PM, that even if they have any hope of coming to power, who's going to be PM? They intend to take turns. Every year, you might get a new prime minister, and do you want that kind of government? Arvind Kejriwal has come up with his own twister, okay? His twister is that if the BJP wins, Narendra Modi will be PM for only a short period of time because he'll turn 75 and then he'll retire. Now, the assumption is being drawn that Narendra Modi is drawing up all the plans, doing all this campaign, doing 18 rallies in 2 days, for the sake of just 1 year to be Prime Minister. Now the BJP, in none other than Amit Shah, has completely disparaged and dismissed that. But that's the point of argument that the Aam Aadmi has put, that if you say Bari Bari PM for us, are you not intending at some stage to have Bari Bari PM too? Then has come, amid the roadshows that have taken place in Delhi, exact replica of the messaging, but a differentiation in substance. Because if you had Modi ki guarantee, well, now you have Kejriwal ki guarantees, 10 of which have been given, which include nationwide free electricity. They include returning land from China, amongst others. Now, let's not kid ourselves. They're not easy things to do, but nothing in governance is easy. Arvind Kejriwal prides himself on his governance record. But at the same time, the umbrella of all of this is, and there's no running away from that, and maybe a large premise of this battle will probably be not fought on trying to convince people that, PM Modi might not last a full term, or trying to convince people that the Modi guarantees are worse than the Kejriwal guarantees. It's going to hinge on whether people are convinced that the Aam Aadmi Party, its leadership, is tainted or they are victims. In the municipal elections, at which point these cases had already started, the people were not convinced that the Aam Aadmi Party is tainted. Water has flown under that bridge. Now, of course, the main man himself is under the radar. He's only been given 21 days to come out and campaign. We don't know where that case will be going, but the case is still under investigation. It's not under trial yet. So I've set up this conversation. Now let's jump into it. So Anshu Mittal joining us, representing the Bharatiya Janata Party. Alok Mehta is with us on the broadcast. Anmol Panwar will be joining us, representing the Aam Aadmi Party very shortly. So Anshuji, let's do it one-on-one, straight up, point blank, okay? So let me take it up on the first basic premise that you heard from Arvind Kejriwal yesterday. He says that all the effort that your party is making to return Narendra Modi as a third-term Prime Minister is a false effort because Narendra Modi has no intention of serving as a three-term Prime Minister. Your response?
Two things. First, Mr. Kejriwal said, look, according to my information, BJP is only getting 220 seats. Rahul Gandhi says BJP is getting 150 seats. So at least there is an enhancement of at least 70 seats by the so-called Indi Gathbandhan. Secondly, Mr. Kejriwal is conceding that we are winning and we become a Prime Minister. Now, Mr. Kejriwal, allow us this discretion because we've already announced Narendra Bhai to be Prime Minister. This is allow us this liberty of deciding what we do. You cannot govern the affairs of BJP. We have only asked you to declare who's your Prime Minister's candidate. We have declared. Now you are a confirmed conspiracy theorist. In everything you see a conspiracy. In everything you say, I have information. It seems you have more information about us than you have about your own party. But that's beside the point. Okay, today, Mr. Kejriwal is bereft of anything. He talks about governance. There's a difference between Phoebes and governance. You see, he has been castigated so badly by the High Court about his governance relating to the so-called medical facilities he created, the so-called educational excellence and the model of education which he created in Delhi. No other than the High Court of Delhi came down so heavily on it, saying, stop this nonsense. Let's get down to doing something. You know, the children in MCD who were promised free clothing, who were promised free books, who were promised meals, they have not been. So I would really not like to get to Mr. Kejriwal's promises, guarantees. He's a man who's completely devoid of any credibility. You talked about the MCD election. Let me tell you, Rishabh, MCD elections, just imagine with a 15-year anti-incumbency. What was the result? 105 for BJP, 135 only for Aam Aadmi Party. And these are the national elections. We have seen it year after year. Every time we have seen that the people of Delhi understand what they need when it comes to the governance of this country.
Okay, so Sudhanshu, the reason Delhi has been interesting is because Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party did sweep the assembly elections and the BJP swept the Lok Sabha elections. You won 7 out of 7, so you can't improve in Delhi, you can only go downhill from here. Are you expecting to win all 7 in Delhi?
You know, we are comfortably placed with the mandate of people. We repeat our performance like we did in 2014, like we did in 2019. You see, Delhi has this history of voting rights. Every time Delhi decided whom to go for, that's the party which came to power. But that's beside the point. I will just only say, people of Delhi have seen the adventure. They have seen that at the national level what Narendra Bhai has delivered. They have seen the pride of India. They have seen how we've tackled the insurgency, the terrorism in this country. They have seen how the poorest of the poor have been helped.
Okay.
If you imagine 80 crore people being given free food, not because they were hungry, but to let that money which they would have spent on food become a disposable income to uplift their lots. So you're giving an upward push to as many as 70 crore
Okay, but
people.
Sudhanshu ji, obviously the BJP has done some assessment, and I'm assuming that they've done some poll taking, that 6 out of the 7 MPs have had to be changed.
You know, BJP, if you look at the tickets we have distributed, we have gone in for generational change. A lot of people who have been there for some time have now been replaced with new faces because we believe that we can't have a static polity. We believe that we need a dynamic polity and we need to bring in fresh blood. We need to bring in fresh faces. We need to create energy in the entire ecosystem. And that's why we've changed so many people in all the states.
Do you think, Sudhanshu Mittal, that Arvind Kejriwal on bail is now a tainted politician?
Kejriwal may say whatever, but everybody knows that not only is he a tainted, he's a highly corrupt and a man who's devoid of any seriousness. He talks without meaning anything. He swears one day that he will never join hands with Congress, and today look what he's doing. He swears on his children that he will not form government. He swears at the drop of his hat. So a man whose words don't even matter this much to himself, why would people trust him? There's no reason why people should take him seriously, take his guarantees seriously, and more so. If you've seen the response of people when he got arrested, Aam Aadmi Party was very gung-ho that, look, he's been arrested, you will see Delhi shut, you will see people in the streets, they will not let anything move, they will protest in such massive ways, and what turned out to be? A dampener. The Aam Aadmi Party, I know how nervous they were when they saw the response. And that is why instead of just holding press conference, they did not dare to really give a call.
Okay, but Sudhanshu Mittal, Arvind Kejriwal says that the only reason he is in jail right now is because he refused to cooperate with the BJP quote-unquote washing machine. How do you respond to that?
Mr. Kejriwal says, look, I am in jail because I chose to be in jail. Because they want me to resign, I did not resign, otherwise they would have broken my part. Mr. Kejriwal makes such outlandish statements To take his quote seriously and then respond to it would be mocking at my own self. He has given so many reasons. How many times did he tell you that I have inside information? I've been told this is what is going to happen tomorrow. How many times he said, look, there 50 crores are being offered to my MLA. Mr. Kejriwal always has an excuse of all his wrongdoings. It is known to everybody. वो डुगडुगी बजा रहे थे आओ 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 सबके स्कैम हुआ था liquor scam for looking for people to give him money for the favor in terms of liquor policy.
Okay.
Everybody knows it. I mean, it is public knowledge. It's not nothing to do with just Sudhanshu Mittal. Everybody knows.
Okay, but Sudhanshu ji, why has the conviction rate, because this is an investigation, it's not a trial, let alone a conviction. Why is the conviction rate? I mean, CWG scam, 2G scam, coal scam, I mean, Antrix scam. There's so many scams. Not a lot of people got convicted, sir.
I'm so happy you brought this, Shabbi. CWC scam, who exposed it? The courts. Who investigated it? The UPA. Naturally, they've left enough loopholes in the entire system. All the coal scam. Who investigated it? See, the problem is that these people have been let out because of faulty investigation deliberately by the establishment of that time. They have been claiming that, look, we put them behind bars. No, you did not. It was the courts which took cognizance of the wrongdoing, of the corruption. And they were the ones who put them. But strangely, Mr. Kejriwal has now decided to really go and be in cahoots with the same very people. Look at what he used to say. Oh, he's talking about our washing machine. He used to say, Sonia Gandhi, arrest her. She will be the first one who will speak out and give all details of the corruption she's had. He was the one who talked about Sheila Dikshit. He's the one who talked about all the corruption which took place in this country. And he attributed this to the Congress. Today, ironically, Mr. Kejriwal finds him, as they say in politics, they are strange bedfellows. Mr. Kejriwal finds him so nice, so honest, so dedicated to the public cause that it has really become laughable.
Okay, so Sudhanshu ji, so now for the sake of the people of Delhi, if Arvind Kejriwal goes back to jail on the 1st or 2nd of June, and the case continues for some period of time, we don't know at what point of time the courts will consider further bail application. This is unpredictable at that point of time. You and the Aam Aadmi Party don't get along. There's already the LG and the Aam Aadmi Party leadership don't get along. What happens to the people of Delhi? Who is going to actually be looking after the interests of the people of Delhi?
I guess after the 4th of June, the interest of the people of Delhi at a micro level also should be well looked after by the current establishment, because at the end of the day, I think the court will take cognizance of something called constitutional morality. You cannot indefinitely continue with a system where the chief minister himself is in jail and continues to remain the chief minister and not resigning. I don't think the court, you see, you had seen the impatience of the High Court on this issue. They have been passing the strictures against Mr. Kejriwal and saying you're a self-seeker.
Okay.
And after 4th, I do not see this thing repeating itself.
Okay.
I think the people of Delhi after the 4th will have a very committed system of governance.
Okay, there is no precedent for a chief minister having continued while in jail, but similarly, there is no law that says he needs to resign. So it's a bit of an onion. And yes, the electoral campaign.
Constitutional morality. We have been dealing with all these issues in terms of the larger issue of the constitutional morality. I don't think anybody would say that it is moral for a chief minister to continue to be in jail and not resign. Because Mr. Kejriwal himself, he went to the extent of saying, if there is an iota of charge against me, I would be the first one to resign. He made Mr. Manish Sisodia resign, he made Mr. Jain resign, he made everybody else resign, but for himself. Because he's a man of double standards. So when it comes to him, there are certain set of different standards. And when it comes to the lesser mortals like Mr. Manish Sisodia or Mr. Jain, then there is a certain different morality.
All right. Sudhanshu Mittal, thank you for making your case for battle stations in Delhi. Sudhanshu Mittal, of course, a veteran BJP leader, joining us on the broadcast. Now, let's get a rebuttal from the Aam Aadmi Party. Again, we'll do this one-on-one, and I'll get Alok Mehta ji to wrap up this conversation to us after this. Advocate Anmol Pawar joining us. He's representing the Aam Aadmi Party. Anmol ji, thank you very much for joining us on this telecast. Let me start with the obvious question from today. 10 guarantees of Arvind Kejriwal. Some of them include 1.25 lakh crores required to give 200 units of free electricity to all the poor in the country. We are being told that we will reclaim all the land from China. Have you thought out how this will be done?
Rishabhji, when we first came to power in 2013, we were questioned that how will we fulfill all our promises mentioned in the manifesto. We very well informed the people that even after 75 years of independence, our country is struggling. The people are struggling even for the basic amenities in the national capital. We made it possible. The budget in 2014 of Delhi was 36,000 crores. Now it is 76,000 crores. The only government which is in surplus in this country. And people are getting free electricity, free water supply, best quality education and healthcare system, and many other facilities. To the women, we are giving 1,000 rupees per month, free bus rides, and that has been possible because of our Delhi governance model. And we have planned it for the national level as well. As a part of India Alliance, when we come to power on 4th of June 2024, we will certainly ensure that all the guarantees made by the Honorable Delhi Chief Minister, it gets fulfilled.
Okay. So these guarantees have been discussed with the Congress, with Mamata Banerjee, with Akhilesh, and you are speaking for all of them?
Rishabhji, due to paucity of time, it was not possible because the Honorable CM came yesterday itself. But we are pretty sure that no one will disagree on the fact that children must get free education. The people of this country must get free healthcare. And most importantly, the unemployment, which is at an all-time high, thanks to the BJP-led central government and the price rise.
Okay.
We are all in.
Okay, so you're saying that at least thematically, this would make sense. So you will, in due course, get that agreement, even if it's not already been sought. Anmolji, now, obviously, good things to do for the poor, the people, give them free electricity. I don't think they'll object to it. What would you say to the middle class of Delhi, of which there is a large chunk of people as well, who in fact have seen their electricity bill go up, who perhaps have now seen water bills now go up? They feel that they are subsidizing at their cost, and they've got other expenses as well. Times are tough.
I don't agree, Rishabhji. The fact is that the LG, the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, who's working at the behest of Bharatiya Janata Party, he is leaving no stone unturned to stop the development work in Delhi. The Honorable Chief Minister a few months back brought a policy wherein we introduced the policy that inflated, whether it is electricity bill or water bills, it will be taken care of by the Delhi government. But the Honorable LG, he stalled that policy. It has not been, we were not allowed to smoothly pass that policy.
So you do acknowledge that middle class is facing electricity bills and water bills that are going up?
Secondly, we also introduced Delhi solar policy. The people of Delhi are getting 200 units free electricity, and we have ensured that the ones who are consuming 200 to 400 unit electricity, if they install rooftop solar plants at their house, then they'll get zero electricity bill. So we are taking care of the middle class as well and the poor people as well.
Okay, so you do acknowledge that the rates have gone up, but okay, but you're saying your efforts to reduce them have been stonewalled by the Lieutenant Governor.
Rates have not gone up. We are still providing free electricity, and everyone. And despite that, the budget of Delhi has been doubled in last 10 years. It is 76,000 crores.
So there is absolutely no doubt that Delhi is the only place in the country, ladies and gentlemen, that has, over the past several years, delivered a budgetary surplus. But there's also no doubt, and I'll let people of Delhi who are watching this telecast to make a judgment call. If you are in the middle class, are you paying more for electricity? Because yes, the rates go up exponentially once you cross the 200 per unit mark. Are you paying more or are you paying less from a couple of years ago? We'll let people be the judge of that. So let me come to the next substantive question. The Bharatiya Janata Party wants to know from the India Alliance, how and who do you intend to make Prime Minister of the country if you were to win? Do you intend to do it by turns, or is there a clear choice for 5 years?
Rishabhji, the battle lines are already drawn. It is the people of this country versus the inefficient and corrupt BJP government. It is the collective aspirations and will of the people of this country versus the fake promises made by the Bharatiya Janata Party. So it is for the people to decide. I think we have not taken a call on that till date, but certainly we are working in unison and we are ensuring that the real issues on the basis of which people are voting this time, which are unemployment, price rise, inflation, and the apathy which the farmers of this country are facing right now.
But
so that they vote on these issues.
But the problem, Anmolji, is that you're not working in unison. You have an agreement with the Congress party in Delhi. You don't have one in Punjab. The Congress party does not have an agreement with Mamata Banerjee in Bengal. You don't have a unified manifesto. You don't have a common minimum program per se that has been released right before the election. The Congress party has its own manifesto. You've come out with your own guarantees. So who is then going to be the deciding factor? Is it going to be the single largest party? Is it going to be the Congress who will decide on matters of policy? If you get a chance, who decides?
I think it is for the leaders of the India Alliance to decide after the elections get over, after we get a majority on 4th of June 2024. And the fact is that as far as Punjab and Delhi is concerned, it is our respective state units of Congress and Aam Aadmi Party which took the call, because we are a democratic party. We are not a party of autocrats like the BJP.
Are you hoping to do better in Punjab? Because the Aam Aadmi Party would like seats. You would want to win in Delhi. But are you hoping to win a few seats of the Lok Sabha in Punjab, where the BJP is not very strong, where your opponent is the Congress?
See, walking in the footsteps of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, Shri Bhagwant Manji also ensured that the policies which were introduced in Delhi, from which more than 2 crores people have been benefiting in last 10 years, they are also introduced in Punjab. And likewise, we are providing 90% people free electricity, water supply, and we have also ensured that they get good quality education. We are working on improving the infrastructure of government schools, which have not been taken care of, and the hospitals, which are the basic facilities which each and every individual of this country is entitled to as per the constitution of this country.
Okay, Anmolji, no doubt about it. In a very short span of time, ladies and gentlemen, youngest political party, in a short span of time, you have created a cadre system for the Aam Aadmi Party. But there's no denying that the national convener is the face of the party. He's the tallest leader. He's the most important personality. Are you nervous? What happens after the 21 days elapse? Because the court is not really giving us an indication that all the charges are prima facie false.
Rishabhji, let me take you through the series of events. I was listening to Sudhanshuji very patiently. He made some comments which are not actually correct. The fact is that the Honorable Supreme Court firstly questioned the timing of arrest, that the matter is pending, the matter is being investigated since last 2 years. And the fact is that from last 2 years, not a single penny has been recovered, and there's no trace of proceeds of money, which is an indispensable requirement in PMLA case. Reality is that that trace of proceeds of money has reached to Bharatiya Janata Party when one of the so-called kingpin, P. Sharad Reddy, he gave bribe of 60 crore rupees to the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Enforcement Directorate did not investigate into that aspect. The second approver was P. Maguntha Reddy, who's the Lok Sabha candidate of alliance partner of BJP, contesting from TDP, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is campaigning for him. The third approver is his son, Maguntha, who was jailed on 10th of February 2023. After 5 to 6 months, all the three approvers were pressurized to give statements against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And it was very shocking when this fact came to the knowledge of the court that 20,000 unidentified documents were not made part of the record by the ED official. And it is a mandatory requirement under Section 19 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act that there must be reason to believe that he has committed any crime.
So you are confident that he's going to be exonerated?
I need 20 more seconds.
Please.
Since more than last 2 years, trial has not commenced. No charge sheet has been filed. Till 16th of March 2024, ED was not even aware that whether he is an accused, whether he is a suspect, and in what capacity are they seeking his remand. The approver comes into scene when there's dearth of evidence. There's no independent evidence. There's no corroborative evidence. And the fact is,
I have two more questions before I come to
you cannot infringe. You cannot infringe right to liberty of an individual, which has been enshrined under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, on the basis of mere accusations.
No doubt you're a qualified advocate as well.
I can make accusations against you as well.
Yes.
So it's not that.
So I have two more questions.
Did
the party have a sufficiently robust mechanism to fund its electoral campaigns in Goa and other places in Gujarat if you did not get the money from the Delhi liquor scheme?
See, Rishabhji, it is evident that when we started in 2011, it was the people of Delhi, it was the people of this country who donated us generously. And it was because of the support of people of this country that we were able to fight elections. If you see the recent electoral bonds data, the most donations were given to Bharatiya Janata Party to the tunes of 15,000 crores. And by which companies? The ones who were raided by the Enforcement Directorate. 41 companies were raided and 2,680 crores were donated to them. And all the investigations were closed. And we were just donated 60 crore rupees. And
so the question, that's the question there. If you didn't get the money from the electoral bonds, where did you get the money from? But I'll ask a follow-up question. Anmol Pawarji, if indeed, are you suggesting that no corruption whatsoever took place because you withdrew the policy? Or are you simply saying that there were certain anomalies, but we as a party were not part of them?
I left a very relevant portion last time. The observations which were made while granting bail to Mr. Sanjay Singh by the Honorable Supreme Court, that not even prima facie offense has been made. We are very confident that there's no corruption at all. And this is
none
why
whatsoever.
This is why BJP is rattled. They know that since last 25 years, they have not been able to grab power in Delhi. They have lost all the assembly elections.
So why did you
despite the charisma of Mr. Modi?
Why did you withdraw the policy, sir?
See, the same policy is in existence in Punjab as well. And we have, there was a profit of 44%, a revenue generation of 44% in last 2 years. We have not withdrawn there. It was because of the Lieutenant Governor. He's instructing the officials. He's instructing the officials that he'll take action against them if they work on the directions of elected ministers. A nominated person is threatening elected minister through the officials. And that is the reason why, after 8 years, when we won the services matter, the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court gave us decision in our favor. The central government brought an ordinance within 8 days. And they took all our powers. They are so much afraid of this governance model that they know that they cannot win us electorally. That is why they want to crush us.
Are you ready?
But they must not forget that we are revolutionary.
Can I say something?
Yes,
We will never bow down.
I'm out of time.
We will never bow down before the murderers of democracy and constitution.
We've heard from Sudhanshuji, we've heard from Anmolji. I promise this would be, we'll hear from both of them in peace. Sudhanshuji, if you want to make a small point, I'll come to you at the end. Let me quickly get Alok Mehta ji on this. Alok Mehta ji, now in the overall picture, sir, what is the core battle of Delhi? Is it about the guarantees? Is it about the development? Is it about free electricity? Or is it simply about whether Arvind Kejriwal, some people feel is tainted, while others feel he's a victim?
Rishabh Delhi is a complicated capital and a state. We got statehood. Otherwise, you see, when you talk about this, in international, because Arvind Kejriwal is an international leader like Rahul Gandhi, because he get not only from Delhi, but support from NRIs in a big way from United States and Britain. He already mentioned him when he was fighting the Anna Hazare tribe. So, like in New York or in Mumbai, mayor, the same situation was there in Delhi since I was covering the corporation in 71, 72. And from there, Hansraj Gupta, Kedarnath Sahni, and all number of people, and then Sheila Dixit was the chief minister. So you see, the person who is the party head, but imagine New York mayor will say, okay, what we will do with China, what we will do with the Mexican border, the infiltration. So this kind of claim, party, I have great respect for Mr. Arvind Kejriwal because he was from RTI. I mean, he was working with the Aruna Rai, and at the time he was also serving in the income tax department. So he's a very learned, he's very shrewd, clever politician. Same time he was going to Pranab Mukherjee, and the second day he was going to Advani ji. You can get the photographs of. So he is a very intelligent person. Like Sharad Pawar, when he started, he was going here and there and there. So he learned a lot from politicians, and still he is a party head. So I feel it's an unfortunate part of the Delhi oil because the revenue earning by the taxpayer, not from the fund of the Aam Aadmi party. They say, okay, we are earning because we have more employment, more companies are coming. Then you say there is unemployment because of Modi. But if you are earning more revenue, getting more money from ACs, from other, because other taxpayers are paying that. So forget about that. But at the moment, he was positioning what earlier years on media also, I mean, certainly the media is also responsible because I used to, at the time also in when 14 and 19, because why you put the Delhi leader as a candidate of the Prime Minister? I can understand the Congress party or Sharad Pawar or anybody, one can claim, like a Ghudsavar used to come for president election. You read, one can see the record. Every time one person used to come in last 50 years as a Ghodewala, he used to come, I want to contest as the president of India. So one can claim I can be a United Nations Secretary General or the President of the United Nations. But certainly, this is a limitation for everybody.
Okay.
And that's why the Rahul Gandhi is also eyeing for the prime ministership. So what he is doing after all the jail and hell, he is making like a Bhagat Singh. He's come from jail. Bhagat Singh was imprisoned. He was Shaheed. You can't compare Bhagat Singh. And that's why I feel that this is a claim. Certainly, he is a leader because the vacuum of the Sudhanshu ji is here. So last point I want to make, because the lack of leadership in Delhi, BJP after Sheila Dixit, and Sheila Dixit was defeated because of the campaign by all parties, including BJP and Aam Aadmi Party at the time, Anna Hazare Andolan. So this is the credit goes to them. How Arvind Kejriwal is still ruling. They had the two leaders, but now very less leaders are there.
Okay.
That was the problem of the Delhi.
Okay, all right. I'll give Sudhanshu 10 seconds quickly, sir. I'm already well over time.
Rishabh, two quick comments. One is that Mr. Kejriwal has claimed that, I just heard the Aam Aadmi Party claiming that electorally we could not fight them. This is Lok Sabha. We fought Lok Sabha in 2014, 7 out of 7. We fought Lok Sabha in 2019, 7 out of 7. They were massacred, and yet they have the audacity to claim that we can't fight them. And one more, their world-class health facilities they've created here. Their blue-eyed boy Raghav Chadda has been missing from this country on the pretext of getting his eyes.
I don't want to make it personal for that particular reason because I'm told he's not doing well.
This is the claim, the falsified claim of good governance, good facilities, and justifying certain things like electoral supremacy.
Okay.
We won
all right. It is true what Sudhanshu Mittal is saying. Yes, the BJP has swept in Lok Sabha twice. Swept means won everything and won everything by large margins. It is also true that the Aam Aadmi Party has swept at the assembly level. And of course, I don't want to make it personal. If somebody is not doing okay and is unwell, then let's leave them out of the politics for a little bit. But nonetheless, Sudhanshu Mittal, Anmol Pawar, thank you. Alokji, thank you for listening to everybody and summing it up for all of us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.